You really have to be careful who you entertain and who you cross because you never know somebody's spiritual ranking or who their ancestors are. And when I say that, I always think like true, right? But everybody could have like a badass lineup of ancestors. So that doesn't just mean just because you have some heavy hitters on your squad doesn't mean somebody else that you're fucking with doesn't have heavy hitters. But my point is just be careful because you don't know who could be an earth angel, star seed. You just don't know. You don't know who God sent into your life to help heal you, to help um, boost you into a new paradigm, send you into a new direction, get you out of whatever situation you're already in. You just don't know. You always cross paths with a person for a reason, right? I say that to say, like, for example, with me, I am someone who came into a weird dynamic. Okay, my parents were never married, and if you got time, pull up a chair. Might be long. My parents were never married. They both separated, created their own families. Both of them had two additional children, right? My stepfather's side of the family um, has an interesting dynamic there. You know, there's definitely a lot of um, a generational trauma and stuff that needs to be healed, right? Aside from that, um, my stepdad is literally a pedophile and um, was very abusive towards me, well, towards all of us. He was verbally abusive, and then he became physically abusive to me as I got a little older, like 8, 9, 10. I don't really remember when it started, honestly. Um, I just say all that to say I had a rough past. I had a past where honestly it doesn't make sense how I came out of a lot of situations. I just always knew, even at a very young age, that God was carrying me. And I'm serious. Like I had a very spiritual, divine connection with the Most High or with Source. Like I understood that there was a higher power protecting me. I really did understand that because I was often removed from um, situations and places with families, like not just with anybody, like people from church or a family member, or somebody, whatever, what have you, that protected me, that looked out for me, that taught me things that I wouldn't have learned otherwise just being in my household with my mother, um, or maybe not even with my dad. I'm not sure. My dad passed when I was 15. Um, but there's always been people to take me in and to teach me things that I needed to know. And because of that, I turned out different from my siblings because I had more of a chance, more of an opportunity to get away from the toxicity. Um, with that, I just always knew like if you fuck with me, there are consequences. I've always been an empath. I've always known that I go through situations to then turn around and teach other people who go through those situations. Like I've always known that since I was little. That's something that I was aware of. That is part of my purpose and existence here on earth. I just knew. I would write it in my poetry. Like I've always been a teacher, speaker. I've always been psychic. I'd hit up friends randomly or just send them messages that was oddly specific to whatever they're dealing with, and they wouldn't have said a word to me, but I'd be like, hey, um, I know things have been heavy, hard, just keep your head up, whatever. This is very generic, what I'm saying right now. But I would like send them messages, and they'd be like, how did you know I needed to hear that right now? And it would literally just be a feeling that I had. I would think about them so intensely in that moment, and my spirit would be like texting, tell them this. Like I'd hear a message. Hold on, baby, I'm recording. I'd hear a message, and I would just need to send that to them, right? I would just follow through then. Um, so I just say that to say, I always knew that I had like a higher channeling. I'm a medium. I would see spirits, throughout my life, my childhood. That's a whole nother post for another time. But I just knew there was some type of spiritual protection over me because I could get hurt by someone and then immediately, almost immediately after that person would get hurt. Like, I got jumped in the 9th grade. I said all that to say, like, my intentions have always been pretty clear. Like, if you actually talk to me, like, you might not think that initially based on whatever the situation is, but if you actually talk to me and you get to, like, you put your ego aside for a second and just hear me out, you understand, like, my heart's so pure. Like, it's never to hurt nobody. It's never to do anything evil towards nobody. I've never been that way. I don't understand people who are like that. So when people do evil to me, like, immediately, that karma comes back to them. Sometimes I get impatient because I'm like, how is this person just walking around? But it's gonna come. Like, it's gonna come. Don't ever think that you got away with some shit when it comes to me. And here's the thing. I will literally walk away. You will think it's over. Because sometimes when things hurt me so bad, I just throw my hands up and I say, God, you got it. You got it. It's too big for me to figure out. It's too painful. If I try to figure it out, I'll make a mess of things. I'll lead with emotion. I'll be a hot mess trying to fight and hot-tempered. We don't need that. It's not going to... I don't like to fight because I grew up being beat. So I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to fight and just walk away. So sometimes I've gotten into fights and I didn't fight back because I really didn't want to really hurt that person. I just knew that person was emotional in the moment and just wanted to get that rage out. So, and that sounds crazy, but that's how my mind works. I'm not finna fight you for play. That's not, like, when I had to fight growing up, I had to fight for my fucking life. So I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't like to do that. I don't like to be in that energy. But yeah, I have seen people do some shitty shit. I got jumped in the 9th grade over some really petty stuff that my boyfriend at the time, he was a cheater, and then he was mad because I was moving on afterwards. Hold on. Sorry. It's always when you get on the phone or something, kids want to be, like, the loudest or trying to get your attention. Yeah, they jumped me, and he had his siblings jump me, and his brother ended up in jail for a while, for a long time. I've had coworkers give me the hardest time and then lose a baby afterwards. Like, this is not stuff that I wish upon people. I don't wish it. I don't ask for it. I just give it to God. And it may not happen immediately, but it happens. Okay, it happens. And so I just say that to say, be careful who you fuck with. Because you don't know who has divine covering over them. You don't know what they've been through in life. You just don't know. So don't ever think because somebody's quiet, because they're nice, because they don't look like they can defend themselves. Some people don't need to defend themselves because the Most High is going to take care of them, and they know it. They have high hitters in high places who handles their lightweight. They don't need to do anything on this spiritual realm, in this spiritual plane, on this physical plane, in the physical realm. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, I hope that resonates with somebody. Somebody might need to hear that because you just don't know who you're entertaining, and be mindful of who you're crossing and how you're treating people, because that shit can definitely come back to you. And Saturn's in retrograde, and that's just not going to be nice for people. Okay.